Hello again. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about itchy scalp. And because I used to have really bad itchy scalp, so I just want to share with you some things that I do that has helped with me as well as my children. So I haven't always been on a lock journey, so this video is not just about itchy scalp with locks. It is also about itchy scalp, period. Whatever your hair texture is. So for starters, itchy scalp can be related to a lot of different things. It could be related to just having dirty scalp, not really getting your scalp clean. It can also be related to dandruff issues and any other issues. I know some people even have eczema. I don't want to say that the things I'm going to suggest today will work for someone with eczema, because eczema is very tricky. I have eczema on my hands, and the last thing I want to do is suggest something that is really going to irritate you. It's very hit or miss with each individual. So I'm just going to share with you what has worked for me, and then maybe you can try it. But say if you are just simply dealing with a dry scalp, moisturizing with oils are great. I have been through grapeseed oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. There's another one that I've tried. Of course, olive oil is my main go-to. I have worked with different oils to see what works best for me, what's too heavy, what's too light, what's just sitting on the outside of my hair, what's running down my neck. I have tried so many different things just to see what works for me, and I learned that olive oil is my go-to for me. So just simply putting olive oil to the scalp helps a lot. Don't put a lot of it. Just kind of part your hair and put the olive oil on the scalp. Now, if you would go to your grocery aisle in the grocery stores, then you will notice that olive oils, there are different kinds. You have some that's lighter than others. Of course, if you go with your much cheaper brand, then you're really not going to get your best. A lot of things that are on the really cheaper side and they're really light, you will also notice with your olive oils that they are, some are thinner and lighter than others. Then it's kind of like your shea butters. Your yellow shea butters have a lot more nutrients and things in it than your white shea butter. However, they're both beneficial, but it has things are removed from it the lighter that it gets. So just a little tip when you're purchasing your olive oil, to try not to go with one so light. Look for a darker olive oil, and also try not to go with the one that's so watery, because that means that it has been diluted and you're not going to get your maximum nutrients that you can receive. However, if you just want to start off with one that's a little bit more diluted just to try, then wonderful, try it out. It could be very beneficial. I just steer clear of those. So the particular one that I do have is pumpkin. As you can see, I have a really big one here. I used to buy this in small bottles all the time, but I use it so much for hair and skin and my children that I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get the bigger bottle. I've been through many brands, but for some reason I just really like this particular brand. I'll let you see that again. That's what I gravitate towards, so that's what I use. Olive oil is also great for dandruff. It can help you to get the flakes off of the scalp, so that you can, just not have all that dandruff sitting caked up on your scalp. It really helps to loosen it up, and it helps to just moisturize at the same time. So definitely try out a olive oil, and like I say, don't put too much, because what will end up happening, let's say if you have a looser curl pattern, things are going to start getting, it's going to kind of weigh your hair down. It's going to be really oily. I've learned that people with looser curl patterns, if they're not processing their hair and things like that, they cause it to be dry. A lot of times it doesn't require much oil, as those who are on the other scale of things, type 4A, 4B, 4Cs, like me. When I was loose natural, well, I have type 4C hair, and people have asked me, well, how can you test your hair texture and everything while locked? So I don't know about that. I just know when I was loose natural, I had really kinky hair, Still do. So I'm 4C. So anyway, you may be able to tolerate a little bit more of this oil if you do have kinkier hair. So just be mindful with that when applying that, because the last thing you want is to lean your head up against someone's furniture and now you got oil all over the couches and things. You got oil all over the car seat, in the car, their window, their seat. You got oil running down your neck. I mean, nobody wants to deal with that. I definitely do not. I have experienced it though. But anyway, olive oil is definitely a go-to of mine. Another one that I want to discuss with you all is apple cider vinegar. I love, love, love apple cider vinegar. I know some people, when they smell it, they say, no, I'm going to steer clear of ACV because I don't want to walk around smelling like that. But I felt the same way. But what ends up happening is the smell fades as the hair dries. So maybe if you can do it to where you're going to be hanging around the house, or do it at night, that way throughout the night your hair is dry, or however you're going to do it to where you're not just doing it and you're rushing out the house, then you don't have to worry about that scent because it does go away once the hair begins to dry. So this is the one that I use, Bragg Organic Apple Cider Vinegar with the Mother. And as you can see, I have to get more. I actually have 2 bottles of this that are at this exact amount. I use this pretty often. And when I mix up things to, like I do foot detoxes and things like that, I do the bentonite clay mask that I may put the ACV in. I also do mask on my feet for detoxing. And so I use ACV in a few ways, but in the beginning, well, I used it when I was loose natural as well. In the beginning of my lock journey, my scalp was terrible. It was very, very itchy. It felt like it was on fire. And I would ask my husband if he'd go in there and just massage it and scratch it. And he would, but I mean, first of all, scratching the scalp like that, like I was getting it done, is not even healthy. So I had to do something. So I tried the Braggs. I did a apple cider vinegar rinse, which was 1 part apple cider, 3 parts water, and I did a rinse. When I tell you, it soothed my scalp to where those issues were gone. They were gone. So I highly suggest ACV if you're having itchy scalp issues. So that's basically what that, and also too, ACV helps with creating shine in the hair and all of that. I know some people rinse it out. They do the rinse, the 1 part ACV, 3 parts water. They'll pour it over the head, and then they follow up with rinsing out, I guess, to kind of help rid of the ACV scent. You can do that. Sometimes I have done that, and other times I just go. I just pour my mixture over my head and I just go. I haven't seen any difference in the effects doing it one way or the other. I still had relief and my hair felt great. So these are my go-tos for itchy scalp. I also used to use Jamaican black castor oil, and Jamaican black castor oil, to me, because I use a raw form, I don't have to apply that as often, and the one that I have is very, very thick. So if my hair is not clean and I turn around and apply the thick Jamaican black castor oil, then I end up having buildup on my scalp, and that's the last thing that I want. So if I do castor oil, I do it alone after I have already cleansed my scalp. However you want to do it, shampoo, however you're going to do it. I've used baking soda before with cleansing my hair, so I don't strong thick Jamaican black castor oil if I already have things in my hair, because like I say, it's so thick. Build up. I don't like build up. But anyway, yes, these are my 2 go-tos. I suggest that you give it a try. Olive oil can be ran through the hair. It doesn't have to be just placed on the scalp. You can also put it throughout the hair. It is very beneficial for the hair as well as ACV. You don't have to just apply it to the scalp. You can actually take it throughout the whole entire head. If you notice that it is soothing you and you're that itchy again, you may want to try your ACV rinses maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. Everyone is completely different. I only had to do it once a week to soothe any itching that I had. And then I just also learned that I just had to wash my hair a little more. And then that really helped me out too with keeping the crud off of my scalp. And then I wouldn't have to keep doing a whole bunch of ACV rinses. So each person is unique. Try it out for yourself. If you need to do a little less than what I've suggested, cool. You need to do a little more than what I've suggested, cool. You're your own person. So anyway, just want to share those two with you today. And if you are already using these, I would love to hear how you incorporate it into your hair care regimen. So if you will comment that below. And if you haven't used it and you go use it, return to the video and tell me how it worked for you. I really, really hope that it does the same thing for you, gives you relief as it has done for me. So I'm going to go, you guys, and you all have an awesome, awesome day, night, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, share, and subscribe.